What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters, man. Young Thug was released from jail after doing 6 days for probation violation. And he stood before the judge, and the judge had mercy and compassion on him and released him from jail after Young Thug gave a heartfelt uh, apology of his actions and things like that. We're going to touch on this. We're going to listen to Young Thug, what he said to the judge, and then we're going to go back and break down his footage and just elaborate on some things. So I'm going to play it first, and then after I play it, we're going to go back and I'm going to let y'all see what happened and took place.
I'm sorry for disobeying the court. I'm sorry for disobeying my PO and being here again. And I just want to be home with my family and do right. And I know I just got so many millions of people that pays attention to me. And it's like I live so different. Not blaming it on that, but it's like these last 6 days. It's like every time these last 6 days was like the 6 days when I came back down to reality, and I understood that nah, this is real life. This is not. I got sons that's 10, 11 years old. They look up to me. I don't even want them to think like going to jail, even if you're able to get right out of jail, it's cool. I just want, you know what I'm saying? I want to just grow because I'm honestly grown. I just made mistakes. I'm not been penalized for them, but I'm sorry.
Okay, he made mistakes. He been penalized for them, and he's sorry. Okay, now let's break this footage down, y'all. Let's talk about Young Thug, all the things he had been doing leading up to his incarceration, guns, threatening to hurt and kill people, also allegedly under investigation for having affiliations with the shooting up of Lil Wayne's tour bus and things like that. Let's break down this footage. Let's talk about this. Now, a couple things I want to address as he speaks.
Yes, sir. What do you want to tell me? I'm sorry for disobeying the court. I'm sorry for disobeying my PO and being here again. And I just want to be home with my family.
So he's sorry for disobeying his PO. He's sorry for disobeying the court. And he's sorry for being in the judge courtroom again. And he just want to be home with his family. You know the crazy thing about this, when you are home with your family and you see that that's what's supposed to be what's important to you in your life, and how we sometimes seem to put our families on a back burner and allow our actions to jeopardize us being with our families. These are the things that happen behind these actions. He said he's sorry for violating probation, which meant he did something. He got off for it and got probation for it and then violated again, which means he really don't even give a damn. Then he's sorry for being in the judge courtroom again. Then he only want to be home with his family. But when do it come to the point in time in brother's life that family really matters? And that you just not saying this in a courtroom just because it sound good and just because it don't only sound good, you try to make it sound good. You just want to be free because now you are under authority now and you are being told what to do when you were free and have the choice to do whatever you wanted to do. Why do it take for brothers to go to jail or end up losing their life for they to understand the importance of just living and doing right? When you think about this situation, man, of these brothers who over and over and over again repeat these things, they allow money and pride and all this ego to get in the way of what they should be doing right for themselves and their families. Now, when Young Thug said things like he want to be with his family, because that's what's really important. I don't believe that's not true, because I'm pretty sure he do want to be with his family. But what I hate about these type of things is, why do it take for you to be separated from them for you to understand how important they are? why aren't they important before you do your actions? Like before you do something, why don't that thought come in your head like you're saying right now after your actions? Why that thought don't come to your head before your actions? Like, hey, you got sons. What about your wife? And what about your mama and father? Think about this before you go out and do that. Because what you're about to do maybe can take you away from them for the rest of your life. Because real love demands you to change the things in your life that will separate them from your life. You understand what I'm saying? When you honestly really love somebody and you doing something out there that may end up causing you to lose your life or separate you from them being incarcerated, it should make you want to stop and turn and change from that, because it's not worth what you could be losing and giving up. Okay? Let's just go a little deeper. You see this a lot with young guys, man. You know what I'm saying? We live in this age, they just don't give a F. They prideful, they full of that hate and vengeance. You can't tell them nothing. Watch this. Okay? So he want to be home with his family.
I know I just got so many millions of people that pays attention to me, and it's like I live so different.
Okay? He got millions of people that pays attention to him. And he lived differently. Okay, so you are admitting that millions of people listen to you. Millions of people you are influencing. So what are you giving? What are you giving then, Young Thug? If all these millions of people watching you and all these millions of people listening to you, what are you giving? What are you putting out? Are you putting out life? Or are you putting out death? What type of hope and inspiration are you giving to these millions of people that you're standing before the judge begging him to let you go for, that you need to be released to get back to these millions of people? What are you giving? Life or death? See, for you here's the thing that I hate too. I hate when people try to protect their children from wrong and crime and drugs and all these things, but then they don't mind other people children being involved in it. You want to protect your kids from it, but then you want to give it to other people kids. You understand what I'm saying? All these millions of people, children that you just said listen to you and under the influence. Okay, as a role model and as an example setter, like you saying before this judge, what are you giving? What type of hope are you giving them? Because from your past, it's nothing but murder, violence, sip, drink, pop. And you a man wearing skirts and man purses, being compromised of your gender. These brothers really try to come down to their senses when they get locked up. When they get locked up and they see that it's real and their life on the line, now they want to be intelligent. Now they want to do the right thing. Now they want to be wise, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But why do it take for that to happen for you to get this? And I don't think that, and I'm just keeping it real. Realistically speaking, 6 days is not enough of your 20-something, 30 years of living like a demon to change and turn you around. I really don't believe that. When I went to prison and I did my 7 years this second time, I needed every last bit of that time to turn me around. God knew what was best. If I would have got out anytime sooner than that 7 years, I knew I would be back in that place. So God knew best. I don't believe 6 days in the county jail can turn your whole life around to want to be a stand-up person. I just don't believe that. But it's your story, not mine. Let's go. Let's listen to some more. See what he got to say.
These last 6 days is like every time. These last 6 days was like the 6 days when I came back down to reality, and I understood that like, nah, this is real life. This is not. I got sons that's 10, 11 years old. They look up to me.
So he got a son that's 10 and 11 years old that look up to him. Right. Your son 10 and 11 look up to you and they seeing their father in a man dress. They seeing their father in person, female boots. They seeing their father masquerading himself as a drag queen. And they look up to you. Right. Is this the example that you want to set? Is this the example that you want to set? If you got sons that's 10 and 11, they need their father in their life. Show them how to be a stand-up, productive man. Show them how to be drug-free. Live by example and not just what you saying out of your mouth. Your son seeing you with drugs. Your son seeing you with liquor. Your son seeing you with lean. Your son seeing you with pistols and machine guns. Your son seeing you all on the internet threatening to take people's lives. And you saying they look up to you. So what example are you setting for them? Ain't nothing wrong with change if you're really trying to change. But are you really trying to change, or is this something you saying just because it sounds good so you can be free? Only God knows if it's true or not. My only thing is, I want it to be true. I hope it's true. So you can make a difference. So you can be an influence. So you can show people that it's a different way of life than living the life that you live. Don't just say that to be free, then we see you on the internet 2-3 days later, back to holding shotgun, back to drinking, back to smoking, back to cursing out everybody, back to having sex with any floozy that want to open her leg up to you. Lead by example. Show your sons how to be stand-up, productive men and to marry women that they love. Show your sons them how to work and earn an honest living. Show your son them how to have respect for life and adults and have morality and have a sense of a soul to acknowledge who the living God is. Teach them that. That's your duties as a father. That's your duties as a father. All this history of all this stuff you done left behind. It's never too late to clean it up. It's never too late to change. I'm with you if this is what you really believe in and what you're really about. But don't just say that to get out. You brothers, nobody can tell y'all nothing when y'all free. Now you get in front of the judge and you got all this respect, all this humility, all this love, all this justice, all this want to change, all this want to do right. If it's true, it's okay. Time will tell. Time will tell. I just think that it's sad, man, where I see the condition of what our brothers and sisters and them in, man, the things we do to each other, man, and what we have to lose and sacrifice. Some people don't even get a chance to change and turn it around. Some people don't. Well, I believe everybody to some degree have a chance to change, but I know some people don't even get to take advantage of that at times, and they just don't get a second chance like we did. I survived the dope game, and I thank God for it. But what about all the people that didn't? What about I'm glad, and I thank God that I was able to get out of prison. What about the people that's not? I got a brother that never caught a case a day in his life. Never caught a case a day in his life. And his first case he caught in doing drugs, he locked up for the rest of his life, of selling dope. My brother ain't never caught a case ever in his life. That's not to say he ain't never did nothing wrong. But the first case he ever caught ended up being the last one. His first one was his last one, where he's doing life in prison right now for selling dope. Life in prison for selling dope. See what I'm saying? Let's listen to some more of that.
I don't even want him to think like going to jail, even if you're able to get right out of jail, it's cool. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to just grow because I'm honestly grown. I just make mistakes.
Okay. He don't want his kids to believe it's okay for them to go to jail, even if they gonna get right back out, because it's not cool. And he make mistakes. Let's talk about mistakes, because a lot of people get this word mistakes wrong. A mistake is when I accidentally bump into somebody not knowing that I was going to do that, or stepped on your toe or spilled something. That's a mistake. Premeditating doing something is not a mistake. Let's get that right, y'all. Like when people have sexual affairs on their wives and women, like, oh, I made a mistake. That's not a mistake. You can't make a mistake taking off your clothes. You can't make a mistake inserting your private inside of a woman when you have a wife. That's not a mistake. That's something you did. So let's get the word mistake correctly. It's not a mistake to purposely pull out a pistol and shoot somebody premeditated. It's not a mistake to beat people premeditated, knowing that this is what you have your mind fixed on doing. That's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. That's something you wanted to do. And that's why you did it. A mistake is something you have no intentions on doing, and it just happens without you knowing it was going to happen. You can't premeditate something and purposely do it, then call it a mistake. Selling dope is not a mistake. You understand what I'm saying? Understand the difference. But if you care enough to keep your kids from it, then why don't you have that same respect and love to keep other children from it? Don't just keep it from yours. Keep it from other people's also. Don't just want what's right for your children. Want what's right for other people's children too. A lot of you singers and rappers, man, have this mass influence over our young generation. And they growing up with all this hate. And they growing up with all this I don't give a F. And disrespectful to their parents and disrespectful to their elders. And y'all parade, clap hands to that because y'all cuss in front of y'all mamas. Y'all smoke in front of y'all mamas. Y'all drink in front of y'all mamas and call them by their real name. And the respect level is gone. And then, like I said, I just hate the fact that you can't tell you brothers nothing. And it takes for y'all to get arrested. And now you want to listen to the police. Now you in the courtroom with all this sense. Your Honor, I just want to thank you. Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I want to say I apologize to the court. I apologize to my PO. I apologize to my family and children. Right. But when you was free before you called a case, oh, fuck everybody. I'll shoot a bitch. A nigga ain't shit. A whore dick. Any one of you pussy motherfuckers, any one of you fuck boys want something, I'll kill you. Can't tell you, couldn't tell you nothing. Can't tell, nobody could calm you down. Like, calm down, thug. No, F that. Fuck these niggas. You want war? I'll show you a war. Any one of you pussy niggas. Can't tell you nothing. But get incarcerated, get locked up. Got all the sense in the world now. Because like he said, when I did these 6 days, I came back to reality, man. Right. The reality of what? That you actually can go down to prison and go to jail. That you actually now separated from your family and you putting your children through this who you claim to love so much. Do you love them so much you gonna change, young thug? Because I challenge you on this. Do you love them so much that you really want to change, or you just trying to talk sense to the court to be released? Because, see, that's the thing I pity you brothers on when y'all do shifty stuff like that. And you crying about doing 6 days in jail, but you want to do crime that's supposed to give you 40, 20, 30, 50, 60 life in prison. You crying about doing 6 days in jail when you doing crime that got the maximum of 20 and 30, 40, 50 years, but you can't do 6 damn days. You can't do 6 days in jail, but you want to commit crime, murder that's supposed to put you up under the prison for the rest of your life. And you complaining about 6 days. Get your damn act together. I'm banging the gavel on this clown. Get up out of here, you clown. If you serious about that and it's true, then change for real. But you know what happened when brothers trying to change and they go back to their life? The people that they surround themselves around. You trying to change, but your inner circle ain't trying to change. So guess what happened? They pull you right back into that hole. When you trying to change and you want to do right for yourself and your family, you're going to have to isolate yourself and cut out people that don't mean you no good. Y'all allow people to call y'all children niggas, smoke around your children, drink around your children, cuss around your children. You can't even protect your own children's innocence. And we have to understand that the way we was raised and brought up is so horrible. We have to change that mind frame and way of thinking. Brothers and sisters be riding around in their cars, playing all type of gangster booty, shoot 'em up, bang, bang music with their babies right in the car seat. Watching rated R movies with their babies right there sitting on the couch with them, watching all type of horror movies, rated R movies, Freddy Krueger, Jason, Chucky, Michael Myers, then wonder why the baby's scared to sleep in the dark and pissing in the bed. We horrible how we live because we don't want to take the time to protect our children's innocence. You buying them video games so that they could be locked up for hours because you don't want them in your face. So they buying video games and letting daycare centers raise them because they don't want to take the time out personally to teach them and be with them. Brothers need to grow the hell up. Sisters need to understand what real nurturing and caring is. You women sitting up here running around chasing any man with a penis between his leg that you sprung on, sacrificing the life of your children and the molding that they need to shape them to become better people, that these things that you going through suffering from, they won't have to repeat. And it's crazy how you see this senseless act. Same thing with you guys, not stepping up to the plate, being responsible men to take care and provide for your family, but you want to rip and run the street with any type of trap and taking care of other people's kids and not your own kids. Get up out of here. Brothers and sisters need to really get it together. Wake the hell up. Get y'all mind right, man. Get your mind right. Trust and believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for all our sins, man. How selfish and ungrateful we are as a people, as a nation. How selfish are you? Real love demands you to change. That's how I knew I really loved my children. Before I went to prison, I had an idea and measure of what love was. But because I didn't know God, I could only love to a certain extent. It's only when you come to the knowledge of God and have a relationship with him that God broadens and give you the full revelation and understanding of what love is. And you find out in real love, it's not about you. It's about doing for others. It's about doing for others. Because my children didn't ask to be here, but as a man, I need to correct what's wrong in my life so that I could be here for them. You understand what I'm saying? When you love something, you put yourself to the side for the greater good for them. And if love don't demand you to change the things that you are doing that's going to separate you from your children and your family, then it's not love at all. Real love will bring you to a point of understanding where you know what you are doing that can take you away from your family and children. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. Real love will allow you to leave them things alone, because real love brings change. How does she know you love her? Because you change. You don't cheat on her no more. You don't raise your hand up at her no more. You don't disrespect her no more. How do your children know you love them? Because you don't sacrifice your life that can take you away from them because you want to be with them. You understand what I'm saying? Love should have brought you home and brought you to the revelation and understanding and relationship of the Lord Jesus Christ through his atoning death and believing in his Father. That's what real love is. Knowing who God is first, to reveal to you who you are, that you may be able to be productive and successful in this life, to live the divine purpose in which he made and created you to be a blessing to others, and that your children may have life and life eternal. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Because love demands a sacrifice. And God loved the world that he sacrificed his Son that we may have life. What are you willing to sacrifice that you may have life? Sacrifice the streets, sacrifice drugs, sacrifice hate, sacrifice unforgiveness, sacrifice bitterness, sacrifice anything that's going to be a hindrance between you and God and your family and your children. And this battle truth, it ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.